If you run an auto repair shop, you know that revenue is everything. But what if I told you there's a problem? A big one that's quietly draining your profits. And get this, it's hiding in plain sight, right on every single repair order you write. Well, today, we're going to find that hidden profit and put it back in your pocket.
So let me ask you a question and be honest. You do 2 different jobs, and you bill the customer $500 for each one. Are those 2 jobs equally profitable? Your gut reaction might be, yeah, of course. But I'm here to tell you that thinking that way, well, it's probably costing you a small fortune.
All right, let's get into the 2 revenue engines, because this is where you'll see why not all revenue is created equal. Here's the thing you have to understand. Every repair order isn't just one stream of cash. Nope, it's actually 2 completely separate engines running at the same time. You've got parts and you've got labor. And believe me, they play by totally different roles. Think of it this way. Your parts revenue engine, that's all about your markups, right? What you pay your supplier versus what you charge the customer. Then you've got your labor revenue engine. That's a totally different beast. That's all about speed and efficiency, how many flat rate hours your techs can turn in a day. Now, here's the kicker. If you just lump all that income together into one big pile, you have no idea which engine is firing on all cylinders and which one might be costing you money. Okay, check this out. This is where it gets crazy. This table shows 3 brake jobs, probably all done on the same day. Look at the markups. One job hits a beautiful 60%. Awesome. But then look at the other one. It's all the way down at just under 30%. That is a massive difference for basically the same work. This isn't a pricing strategy, folks. This is a lottery. And when you're playing the lottery with your profits, the house, that's you, doesn't always win. All right, section 2, the $70,000 blind spot. We're going to put a real number on this problem. Because this inconsistency, it's not just some small bookkeeping headache. Oh no, it's a huge blind spot in your finances. So, how much is it actually costing you? $70,000. Let that sink in for a second. For a pretty average 4 to 6 bay shop, this kind of guesswork on parts pricing can easily add up to 70 grand in lost revenue per year. That's not a tiny drip from a leaky faucet. That's a fire hose of profit just gushing out of your business, all because there's no system in place. So where's all this money going? Well, it's not one big thing. It's death by 1,000 cuts. It's your service advisors overriding a price here and there. It's that whole what the market will bear guessing game. It's mixing up your fleet and retail pricing, or making simple errors on warranty work. Every single one of these little things is another hole in your revenue bucket, and it is all adding up. And really, it all comes down to this. Without segmentation, you're flying blind. That just nails it, doesn't it? If you're not looking at parts and labor separately, if you're not analyzing those 2 engines on their own, then you're making huge decisions about your business with your eyes closed. You're just hoping you're headed in the right direction. Okay, enough doom and gloom, right? Let's talk about the fix. We're moving on to a framework for clarity. Basically, these are the tools you need for predictable profit. The good news is there's a clear path out of this mess, and it really comes down to 2 super powerful but actually pretty simple concepts. First up, the parts matrix. This is your secret weapon against inconsistent pricing. It's really just a simple set of rules. You stop guessing. Instead, you group similar parts together. You know, all your brake stuff in one bucket, all your filters and fluids in another, and you give each category a set predefined markup. Boom. Just like that, you've replaced random guessing with a repeatable system. Now, for your other engine, the labor engine, we have our second tool, labor efficiency. This metric is absolutely crucial. It's the only way to know how productive your techs really are. All you do is compare the flat rate hours you billed the customer for with the actual time your tech spends on the car. This simple calculation instantly shows you who your all-stars are and where the true profit in your labor is coming from. Okay, so section 4, manual hell versus automation. Look, I get it. Hearing all this might sound like a lot of work, and doing it by hand can be, well, a nightmare. But this is where we see a total transformation. When you go from that chaotic manual process to something automated, that's where the magic is. I mean, just look at the difference here. The old way, that's you or your service manager spending a full day every single month drowning in spreadsheets. You're just spot checking a handful of repair orders, and by the time you have any answers, the data's already old. Now, look at the new way. You take that 8-hour nightmare and turn it into 30 minutes. 30. And you're not spot checking. You're analyzing every single order with perfect accuracy
in real time. This isn't just a small step up, it's a complete game changer for your business. So let's bring this home. Your first steps to profit. What can you do literally today to start plugging these leaks? The best part is you don't need any expensive software to get started. Let's walk through some really practical first steps. Okay, step 1, audit your markup. Seriously, just go grab the last 20 repair orders and look at the markups. I bet you'll be shocked at the differences. Step 2, build a super simple parts matrix. Don't overthink it, just start with 3, maybe 5 basic categories. Third, pick one technician, just one, and for a month, track their efficiency. Build hours versus actual hours. That's it. And finally, number 4, pull up your list of unpaid warranty claims that are over 60 days old. I can almost guarantee you there's cash just sitting there waiting for you. Just doing these 4 things will be like turning on a spotlight, showing you exactly where the money's going. You know, the crazy thing is, all the answers you need to build a way more profitable shop, they aren't some big secret. They're already there, right now, sitting inside the data you already have. So really, it all boils down to one question. Are you ready to finally look? What hidden profits are just waiting there for you to find?